Howdy. Let's just get to the point, shall we? Undertale was the first game I played that I became truly invested in, perhaps in an obsessive way. I wanted to find every secret, explore every route, take every action I could take, because it really felt like if I could think of an action to take, the game would have a reaction plan for it. And that just made me want to experiment even more. What if I take this snowman piece, throw it away, and come back to the snowman? What if I eat it? What if I do either of those in front of the snowman? How will it react then? Oh, you mean Flowey remembers that I killed Toriel, even if I go back to spare her? Well, what if I do the opposite, and spare her and then kill her? Or what if I just kill her a second time instead? Those were the kinds of things that I got curious about trying the more I saw just how much the player's actions the game actually took into account. It was the first game I saw use and break the fourth wall the way Undertale did. It did it in a way that called me out so perfectly at so many points, usually through Flowey, and because of that he's been my favorite character for the longest time. He's the one with the most awareness about his reality and your actions. He's the one who teaches you that maybe you can't take your actions back so easily, even if you reload your save file. There will always be someone who remembers, and even if you make Flowey forget, you will remember. And just the idea that the power to save and load is diegetic within the game's universe, it's awesome. The idea that you are only able to go back in time and redo things through the player's determination, is just such a cool concept. And it just makes sense. When you give up playing, your save file will just remain there, unchanged, until you decide to come back and try again. I know the word determination has been avoided like the plague in Deltarune, but I really hope we get to learn a bit more about its role other than making dark fountains. Obviously, I loved Undertale's writing too. The jokes are charming and they land even after multiple playthroughs, and when it wants to, the game can and will tug at your heartstrings. It made me care about these characters and it made me want to see more of them. That did include seeing them in their best and their worst moments. Undyne the Undying absolutely kicking my ass in the genocide route only makes me like her more. In fact, I used to not like her much in my first playthroughs. She'll just find any excuse to justify killing you, whether you've been acting in self-defense or not, just because you're a human. But in genocide, she understands that you're not just a threat to monsters, and she is willing to protect everyone from whatever you are. On the other hand, Papyrus remains as pure as always, and still puts his trust in you, giving you a chance to redeem yourself, no matter how afraid of you he is. And let's not forget Mr. Tumblr's sex human. The genocide route is the reason we know a bit more about Sans, and the main reason he became as popular as he did. On that note, I found that taking a moral high ground for not having played a certain part of a game is pretty silly. Personally, I wanted to see everything. It's why I still think about this game 10 years later, because I kept looking for things in it. And the people who avoided doing the genocide route, they likely still learned about it and watched someone else do it, which Flowey also calls out. Finding stuff like the fun values or just random secrets and wondering what they meant, all the gastric theories before we knew about the existence of Deltarune, I loved all of it. Originally, I experimented with one or two neutral routes before Flowey challenged me to get through the underground without killing anything. I already knew from killing Toriel and reloading my save that Flowey would likely be watching and would remember my actions. Seeing him make everything fall into place for the pacifist ending, bringing Papyrus and Toriel to the barrier, it just makes me think about just how well he knows about all these characters. He obviously experimented a lot himself, as he tells us in the genocide route. I also love how the use of a simplistic art style only made fights like Asriel's even more impactful with its visuals. And that goes tenfold for Flowey's fight in the neutral run with the "oh god, what the 50% off?" Because that factor. It makes more detailed areas like the True Lab also feel so much more serious by comparison, that you just know immediately that whatever happened in this place was dark. In all, I love this game, the characters, the jokes, the music, the fanworks, and how it shaped me as a person for the past 10 years. And I know I will continue to think about this game for quite a while. Undertale showed me just what games are capable of, both in terms of storytelling and just an overall experience. Thank you. This was my first proper video, I suppose, and I hope it was an enjoyable enough watch. I might make a few more like this, at least 2 that I have in my mind. Either way, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around to this post video section, and I'll be seeing you.